Is it working now? OBS might have just needed to be restarted. We'll see.
So I refreshed the stream, and now the audio is back to what it was. So like, there's like a 5 second delay between Real U and Twitch U or something like
Well,
that. And
that's
that's
good. I think we're back. I think we're good. Chat, can you hear us? No more buffering at the moment. That's good. That's
we
good.
live.
We have 100 plus viewers, which is great. Okay, just as
And
we.
since I had to refresh the stream, everybody has a new color for their name tag, so that's kind of fun.
It's all switched up. Okay, so if chat can hear us, that's good. Real quick, I don't. I It wasn't an internet issue, which is good. It wasn't a. I did save the game though. It wasn't a Twitch issue. I'm pretty sure it was an OBS issue because I was getting a red, and that's not typical. Now it's green, which is good. So I restarted the stream, and hopefully we shouldn't have any more problems. No, not an OBX issue, an OBS issue. There's a difference between the Outer Banks Aviators and Open Broadcast Software, which is, oh my goodness.
Should we go through the Stars Novas score again? Because that's the one that got all
Yeah, why don't we do
garbled.
that? So it wound up being a 17-3 ball game at Nashville. Nashville had 23 hits, 3 hit games for Hopman, Zach Johnson, Fry, Reeves, and Philly fan with 4 for 5 game for Thomas Rose, 5 RBI from the DH Marcus Reeves. Supernovas had 2 hits each from Torrent and Taters, with 2 RBIs from Io. Lucky El Charo gets their 12th win of the season, going 7 innings, giving up 3 runs only. Champ McQuack, only 1 inning of work, gets their 8th loss of the season, and Marcus Reeves is going to be your player of the game. All right, so I think we're good. I'm gonna check the OBS. Looks like we still have a green. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Mike pinged me in the in the Sim Discord with the 0 viewers thing. That's funny. All right.
Boise Raptors are going to take down your Vancouver Vandals. Sorry, buddy. 6-4. Got a 2 for 5 day from Jay Doctor and a 2-run performance from Beecham. I do know how to say that name correctly. On Vancouver's side of things, we only have one multi-hit performance coming out of Gonzalez. Everybody was either 1 or 0. Law is going to pick up the win for Boise, and former Dillo Homura Fuji will have a loss and a blown save,
Oof.
going 0.1 innings, 4 earned runs. That, I believe, is called a bummer.
Definitely the bummer.
Emilia Takahashi is going to be our player of the game.
Way to go, Glims. Kashima Foxes are looking to play spoilers here and take down Detroit 3-1 is the final. Out hitting the Demons 10-5. The sole RBI from Detroit coming from Revan Knox. On the side of Kashima, multi-hit games from Valor Ruiz, Hunter, and Dawson Jr. Looks like Leaf will get the win. Only 1 run on 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. DJ Law will get the 2 inning save, 2 inning perfect save, it looks like. Striker spin rate gets their 5th loss on the season, despite a good day on the mound, 2 runs over 6 innings. And Ivy Leaf will be your player of the game.
Our last majors game of the day will be the Death Valley Scorpions taking down the defending champion New Orleans Rougarous 5-2, featuring a 3-run top of the 8th as the differentiation. Got a 2 for 3 performance from James Love, a 3 for 4 from Cologne, and Elliot Lefebvre is going to go 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. On New Orleans side of things, we have a 3-for-4 performance from Beauregard, 2-for-4 from DeStefano Jr., and 2-for-4 for Johnny Times 2. Seth Green, I think Seth Green? Shane Green is going to... Seth Green's a celebrity, isn't he?
Yes.
Shane Green is going to pick up the win. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. And Remy Ratatouille, with one of the most horrifying face gens in the game, is going to get a hold, as well as Herbie Farnworth getting a save, his 11th of the year. Looks like Pleasance is going to pick up the loss in the 7th or so inning, having 2 innings pitched with 3 earned runs. Shane Green will be our player of the game.
You have nightmares about that face gen, Jess? What's wrong with the face gen? I don't see any problem with it. That's a masterpiece, is what that is.
It's not as bad as Barack Obama. That one's rough.
That was a fun one. I don't think that was even Obama's initially. I think that was a borrowed face gen, maybe? Like, I think that was reused. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, LGM was in the chat earlier. If he is, please let us know. Sleep paralysis demon. If I'm not mistaken, which I'm not, the Outer Banks Aviators, with their win and the Rougarou loss, are going to clinch the Eastern Division. Outer Banks Aviators with that all-important first-round bye. Demons and Vandals have been eliminated as... Oh, well, the Vandals were eliminated previously, but the Demons, I believe, were just now... No, they were eliminated the previous day as well. Apex is what we're looking at. We're looking at Apex and Voyagers for that last spot. 2 teams still fighting for that. Voyagers at a magic number of 3, which means it won't be decided on the next day, even if the Voyagers win and the Apex lose. The race for the Western Division pennant also will not be decided tomorrow, with the magic number at 6 for both the Sloth and the Stars. So as we head down to the minors, let's see. Kansas City Hepcats are going to take down the Kingston Mounties in an 8-1 victory, out hitting Kingston 12-3. 4 RBI game for Tex Justice, the first baseman, on the side of KC. And a 3-for-4 game for Vladimir Batista. Kingston getting their 1 RBI from Mike Boss Jr., who is also one of their 3 hits. Jack Brady with the complete game for Kansas City, giving up only 1 run over 9 innings. He's going to be our player of the game. Glizzy Master will take their 14th loss, going only to 0.2 innings pitched, unfortunately, for Master. Yeah, on the side of Kingston. So Kansas City scoring a lot and scoring early. Oh, yeah, 6-run first inning. How did I not notice that? Oh, my goodness.
The Brew City Bears are going to take down the Chicago Kingpins 8-4. All 4 of Chicago's runs coming in 1 inning, it appears. Scary Terry has a 3-for-4 performance at the plate, 2-for-3 day from Frank. Monet is going to go 2-for-5 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs as well. Probably our standout batter. Bumbles will pick up the win, and Ruth Heater Ginsburg will have her 15th hold of the year. Schumacher will have a loss and a blown save today with 0.2 innings, 3 earned runs. Pierre Monet will be our player of the game.
Swift Steeds take down the Dynamos 8-2, both teams with 8 hits, but the Swifties just strung it together a little bit better. 2 RBIs on the side of State College from Jody Quinn and this dude, and a 3-for-5 game for Jimmy Smith at the top of the order. Dallas will get their 2 RBIs from AA, as well as Giannis Krustis, and a 3-for-4 game for Juice Bruce, the DH. Giovanni Sanchez will take their 9th loss of the season for Dallas, and Luke Ceadaway will get their 7th win for State College, going 5.1 and only giving up 2 runs. Jimmy Smith, though, is going to be your player of the game for that 3-for-5 game at the top of the State College order.
My Armadillos are going to pick up a win 2-1 over the Anchorage Wheelers. Low scoring affair. Looks like Trevin Knight is going to have himself a nice day, going 2-for-3 with 2 runs. Looks like I have another hitless day. What's up? Campbell's going to go 2 for 3 as well. In terms of the pitching, Freddie Huff is going to pick up the win, and Thomas will have the save. Velasquez is going to have the loss on Anchorage's side of thing, despite only having 2 earned runs in 6 innings. Not a bad outing, even though it did not end up in a win. Travis Knight will be our player of the game.
San Bernardino improved to 75-29. 3-1 win over the Lemurs. What was the? I don't remember what the record was that they set last year. Are they on pace to potentially beat that, or have they beat it already? I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that. Maybe
I
Shu can
thought
tell
that
us
it
in the
was like
chat.
85 wins or something.
Was it 85? Okay, so they
I mean,
probably won't be able to win that.
it might. Oh, okay. Okay, Shu says 77 is the
77.
record.
Oh, so
I
they
just imagined 85 because they are always so daunting to me, I guess.
77. So that's still a possibility
It's
to
reachable.
beat that for San Bernardino to outdo themselves from last year. We'll be keeping an eye on that as we continue to keep an eye on the pennant chase. Louisville will get their 1 RBI from Poutine, multi-hit games from English and Ronaldinho. The 66ers will get their 3 RBIs from Luongo, Head, and Pretzelman. It's going to be Brent Alexander on the side of Louisville with their 11th loss on the season. Robert Grimes gets their 16th win. They're 16-2 for the 66ers this year, giving up only 1 run over 7.1 in this game, and Chloe McCarthy will get the save. They're 14th on the season. Robert Grimes will be your player of the game. That will do it for this day as we head on into tomorrow. I don't think we took a look at the minors pennant chase. No games in the minors today as well. Kingpin's Dynamo's still tied that magic number at 5 for both of them. So this is
We're
still
just gonna have to watch that whole series at the end of the
we
season.
might have to, or maybe just the later games of it. But that's going to be a really hotly contested one. Let's see, regular season standings. So this is still close for seeding as well. Like San Bernardino is,
I think they're gonna win.
they're going to get first seed. Like I
I
don't
think
think
so.
there's no way that anyone else can. But the second seed is still up for grabs between the Dillos and the Kingpin's Dynamos, I believe.
Yeah, 3-way tie.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to keep an eye on. That second, third, fourth, fifth. Even Wheelers are close to
Yeah.
the rest of the pack as well. So this could be very interesting looking forward. But nothing's going to be decided today in the minors because there's no games. The majors, we're looking at the Voyagers, and the Apex still, and we're also looking at this Western Division pennant between the Sloths, Stars, and Scorpions. I don't think anything will be decided today either, since the Voyagers and Apex are. The Voyagers have a magic number of 3, so even if they win, the Apex lose. I think this is just going to be a quick sim for this day. We're going to have a lot of later simmed games. So we'll go ahead and auto sim the games today since there's not going to be anything decided. And the Vandals will win this one 4-2 over the Raptors, 6 hits each. And it's going to be the 2 RBIs from Boise are going to come from Finn Reese and Dominguez Jr. Multi-hit game for Chyson Boone. On the side of Vancouver, 2 for 3 game for McMuffin, knocking in 2 and scoring twice. Gibbles will have a 2 for 4 game as well with 1 RBI. McMuffin will get their 17th home run. The McMuffin history watch is down to 3 DG. I'm pretty sure you're in the chat. Preston will get the win, their 7th of the season in relief. Kidd gets the hold, and Fuji will tack on their 9th save. On the side of Boise, Law gets the loss and the blown save, and player of the game is Toby McMuffin.
The Indy Apex continue to hand hot, fresh L's to the San Antonio Sloths, beating them 5-1. 2 for 5 day from Hood with 1 run. 2 RBA performance from the corpse of Anthony Bauer, continuing to show immense value after that trade. Despite a bunch of hits from San Antonio, they were not able to turn a whole lot of those into runs. A 3-for-4 performance from Poe and from McDonald, but no runs or RBIs to speak of from either of them. For the pitchers, we have Doug Dangly, however many danglies you want to add, going 6.2 innings, 1 earned run, picking up the win, and Maple will have a hold. On San Antonio's side of things, Greer will have 6 innings, 3 earned runs for the loss. Doug Dangly is our player of the game.
Aviators will take down the Crabs 11-1, 15-8 on the hit counter. 3-for-4 game for D'Alessio with 3 runs knocked in. 2 RBIs each for Bergen, Kansas City, and Riverboat as well. On the side of Providence, the sole RBI coming from Literis at the top of the order. Literis as well as Bunty and Lemon have multi-hit games. Cooper Casey will take their 14th loss for Providence. Domingo Pozo gets their 8th win on the season. 7 innings, giving up only 1 run. But it's Izzy D'Alessio who's going to be your player of the game.
Nashville is going to topple Sarasota with a final score of 5-4, squeaking on by. Don't need that bottom of the 9th inning. 2-for-5 performance from Hotman, 2-for-3 from Buswell with 1 run and 3 RBIs. 2-for-4 from Rose as well. On Sarasota side of things, 2-for-3 performance from Buckley with 2 RBIs. Was not quite enough to stymie the bleeding, though. So we mentioned Barack Obama earlier and his horrifying face, Jen. We can hover over it real quick. Oh, there it is. Feast your eyes on that, chat. He'll pick up the win, going to 16-9, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and Blue Line will have a save. Shinkansen will have their 4th loss of the season. Still no win for Shinkansen. 1 inning pitched, 1 earned run, but apparently that 1 run was enough to do it. Jason Buswell will be our player of the game.
And with no games in the minors, we are safe to go ahead and sim to tomorrow, September 5th, where there's no games in the majors, but there are games in the minors. I don't think there's anything that's going to be decided here, though, with 5 games being the magic number for both the Kingpins and the Dynamos. Quite a lot of teams in the running for the seeding, but we'll go ahead and auto sim this game as well. Let's see. Yep, auto play all games today. It's going to be the Lemurs taking down the 66ers. So there's their one possible loss.
I think
what
chat
happened?
is telling us that we missed games.
What do you mean we missed 2 games? Oh, we missed 2 games on the majors yesterday. Whoops. My apologies, everyone. We'll just go back and take a look at those. Luckily, they were already simmed, so those. We'll go back and look at the box scores. My apologies. Thank you for letting me know, chat. Death Valley will take down the Rougarous. It looks like it was a tie game going into the 9th, 2-2. And DVS put 3 runs on the board. Rougarou tried to duplicate it, but came up short. So 1 RBI from DeStefano Jr. and Hamed, as well as Cook on the side of New Orleans, and on the side of Death Valley, 2 from Lefebvre, and 1 each from Afart, Cologne, and Fulman. Lung will get the win for Death Valley, improving to 10-2. Far North getting their 12th save, DeMarco getting the loss for New Orleans, and Justin Sims will be your player of the game, going 6 innings and only giving up 2 runs.
The Toros are going to have another win, 6-1 against the New York Voyagers, featuring a 3-for-4 performance from Fitted, getting 2 runs. 2-for-4 on the day from Esposito and LaFleur as well, with 4 RBIs for LaFleur. That might have been some home run shenanigans. Looks like it was a home run with 2 runners on. 3-run home run for him. Got a 3-for-4 performance on the other side from Hardin Long. 1 RBI as well. 2-for-4 from Rivers. Etsuko Rune is going to pick up the loss. 4.2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. Arian will get the win. 5.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run. And Corcoran has a save with 3.1 innings of shutout ball. Peter LaFleur will be our player of the game.
Once again, apologies, chat, for for skipping those two. I don't know. I was on autopilot or something. Um, go back to the minor leagues as we were looking at the Lemurs taking down the 66ers, that being the 66ers' one allowed loss for the rest of the season if they're looking to break their win record from last season. 5-2 the win for the Lemurs here, with 3 RBIs coming from Muckers O'Houlihan, the right fielder, going 3 for 5 on the ball game. San Bernardino has a 2 for 3 game from Miles Ahead, and their sole RBI from Bongo Luongo. Cantaloupe Crocodile will get their ninth win of the season. That's another interesting face, Jen. Giving up only 1 run over 6.1. Abadir will get their second hold. Branson takes their second loss of the season on the side of San Bernardino after the start from Dirk Diglett. And Cantaloupe Crocodile will be your player of the game.
Dallas Dynamos are going to take down the Swift Steeds with an 8-0 smacking. We have a 2-for-4 performance from Giannis Krustis, potential MVP candidate, and a 2-for-4 performance from Dustin Parmalee, also getting 2 runs and 3 RBIs as well. Potential player of the game right there. On State College's lineup, we have Jody Quinn being the only multi-hit performance, going 2-for-4. Giuseppe Tosin is going to get the win, advancing to 500 on the season for him. 6 innings of shutout baseball. Nice job, Dr. K. Hashtag cousin. Okay, so I am pretty darn sure that this Dallas pitcher is Emmy's Recreate and is
Yes.
a Finnish name. So I'm going to go for this.
Oh gosh.
Snufkin Nuskamuikunen, I think.
That's pretty good.
Snufkin Nuskamuikunen, maybe. We'll go with it. I don't feel bad about butchering it because she said on the Women of PBE podcast that she made this name explicitly to torture people who have to read it out loud.
Katie said
So
very close, and Van says he nailed it. So, good job.
I'm gonna chalk that one up as a W and ignore people who tell me otherwise. Nico Baldelli is gonna get the loss, going 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 7 total runs. A lot of oopsie ball there. And Dustin Parmalee will in fact be our player of the game, despite 6 innings of shutout ball. Come on, give it to my cousin.
Dillo, the Dillos will take down the Wheelers here in a walk-off. Adam Malott hitting the walk-off run-scoring single in the bottom of the 10th. 3 for 4 game from Dan King, and a 2 for 5 game for Malott, who hit that walk-off single. On the side of Anchorage, no RBIs and only 5 hits for the Wheelers. DeFerrari will blow the save for Anchorage, and Ono will take the loss. They're fourth on the season. Ahsoka Tano will get the win for the Dillos in relief after an excellent start on the mound by both of the starting pitchers, Barron and Hodder, having great days on the mound. John Barron's going to be the one to get credited for the player of the game.
Van says, I think she pronounces the last name Louisville. Thanks, Jose. Very cool. Looks like the Brew City Bears are going to put up 4 runs against Chicago in shutout baseball. 2-for-4 performance from Pierre Monet, 2-for-4 performance from Sosa, and a 3-for-4 outing from Batter, who also tacks on 1 run and 3 RBIs. Only 1 multi-hit day from Chicago, and looks like that's going to be Jimenez. Tony Gunk is going to pick up the loss for the Kingpins, and Thursday we'll get the win with Ruth Heater Ginsburg getting the hold. Both of them obviously allowing 0 earned runs. Thomas Thursday will be our player of the game after 6.2 innings of 0 ball.
So Dallas did win and Chicago did lose there, so we're gonna get a little bit of differentiation there in the East Division. And it's going to be Kansas City taking down Kingston here, 10-3, out hitting the Mounties 15-9. 2 RBIs for Brewer, the DH from Kingston. On the side, Kansas City, 2 ribbies for Weedham Boys, a 3-for-5 game for Junichi Kaneda, and Tommy Caruso will get 3 RBIs tacked on as well. Bark Murley gets the win, their 10th of the season, giving up 2 runs over 6 innings. And Balls will take their 9th loss for Kingston. Bark Murley will be your player of the game. No games in the majors. We'll take a look quickly at the pennant chase here for the minors. Specifically, that magic number
Yeah.
for Dynamos
Mm-hmm.
is now at 3 to beat out the Kingpins.
Dallas and Dillos both tied with 59 wins.
Yep.
But man, that whole Dynamos Kingpin series is going to be impactful.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will go ahead and move on to the next day.
Yeah,
And
Jose said it will. It will in fact be spicy.
yeah, it's going to be very spicy. Do we have anything that's going to be decided here? Magic number's still at 3 for the Voyagers, so Voyagers Apex won't be decided. Apex percentage going up though,
Mm-hmm.
as the Voyagers are struggled to get a win 2 days ago. And this is still not going to be decided for a while. The Sloth Scorpions this right here, the Star Sloths and
Right.
Scorpions. That
Do
one,
any of them play against each other?
that's a good question. Let's take a look. Scorpions play Rougarous, Supernovas play the Stars, and
Okay,
the
so it's the
Sloths
same
play the Apex.
same
This could,
matchups as yesterday, I guess.
this could be an interesting one. Sloths Apex would be interesting, considering that the Sloths are looking for that title and the Apex are looking to hold on. We haven't done a streamed game for a bit. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 4 days left. So why don't we do the Apex Sloths then? And then maybe an
No
auto.
hands versus daring. That should be
Yeah.
good.
People are saying Sloths Apex. Some are saying New York.
Oh, yeah. Gurin's pointing out this is primetime indie. We are warping the odds by streaming the game.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't believe in teams doing better or worse on primetime on like streamed games versus box score games. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I think we can. I think you can safely do the Apex Sloths game.
I think this is also extra drama. I think this would complete the sweep if Indy wins.
Oh, that's true. They had. Did they?
I think they won the last two.
Hold on. They did, yeah. So if Apex wins against the Sloths, that would be a sweep. Let's do it.
And it would keep their
We're gonna
playoff
do
hopes alive.
it. We're gonna do it.
This is the game, folks.
Sloths do have the advantage, except for in the number 5 slot for the Apex. Would you like to do the Apex or the Sloths here, Blowpop?
I will do away this time.
You'll do away, so you'll do the Apex.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get a prediction.
Still gotta give you that walk-off opportunity.
True. Let's get that. Do we have a prediction going here? I know people were talking about it. This could be a very interesting game.
Looks like CCC's doing it.
Okay, perfect. This is so the Apex are looking to complete the sweep. They're looking to gain ground on the Voyagers with their win and with the Voyagers' loss potentially, which we'll be keeping an eye on that in the score in the out of town scoreboard as well. Sloths are looking to win for the Western Division title, which is between them, the Stars, and the Scorpions, which is a very hotly contested race right now. So this is going to be a very interesting. This will be a very interesting ball game. There's going to be some interesting stuff going on here. Channel points. How many errors do you think? Under 1.5 or over 1.5? Already a lot of people going for the under. Easiest under ever, says Shu. And the submissions are closed as we head on into game. Blowpop's going to start us off with the Apex leading off against Bobby Daring.
Rick Hood will be our first batter of the game. He'll be followed by Steve Iso and then Anthony Bauer. We'll see what Bobby has to say about that. Rick Hood's going to take a walk. Steve Iso up next. Rick Hood's going to dart over to second, get himself a stolen base. Steve Iso will lace one up to right field. That will be caught by Acuna Matata. Another stolen base by Hood. Hood is going to go from 1 to 3 off of 2 steals and squeeze in on a sacrifice hit. Bauer picking himself up an RBI. 1-0. James Winston will strike out. That'll end the inning, but first blood was drawn.
True. Yeah, you know what's interesting is Rick Hood has 66 stolen bases this season. I just noticed that. Like that was their 66 when they stole third there. Stan Antonio is going to lead us off for the slots with a single against the Apex pitcher Troan No Hands.
Ooh!
And that was caught by the pitcher and thrown onto first for a double play, a 1-3 double play, turned by Troan No Hands and the first baseman Bauer, and a fly out by Scott Poe will end the inning. So just like that, we're going back to the Apex at the top of the order.
Turning a double off a comebacker. That's got to be horrifying in real life.
Yeah.
Bendover's going to make it to first on a single. Magicomo will also get a base hit. Runners on first and second. No outs. Jimbo Slice will continue the hit streak. Another single. Everyone advances one bag. Bases loaded. No outs. Sailor Twift is going to take the first out of the inning. Johnny Tsunami will make contact and hit into what could have been a double play. No throw to first made. There's an out at second for the fielder's choice. 1 run scores, though. And then the inning will end off of a Rick Hood grounder. Another 1-run inning from Indy, though, stacking on to their insurmountable lead.
Bobby McDonald due up here with a grounder to second, and that's easily taken care of. Hummus, I expect that 1-3 double play to be considered for Tahini top 5. Cough, cough, wink, wink. Tomato Turtle's going to ground out to shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2 here. Roberto Kahn, diving stop by the third baseman Slice, thrown on to first. Amazing defense by Jimbo Slice, the third baseman from the Apex, and the Sloths go down 1-2-3 as the Apex remain in the lead 2-0.
We got ourselves some good fielding plays so far this game.
Very true.
Steve Iso is going to ground out, and it looks like Anthony Bauer is going to follow suit. Jameis Winston, 2 outs, nobody on, will end the top of the first with a strikeout. First time Indy has not scored this game. Bummer.
It's going to be Acuna Matata, Christy Abbott, and Haywood Dinkle, the bottom of the order for the Sloths. And he holds on to it. Slice is going, possibly could have made a play there, but that's going to be an infield single from Matata. Diving into second, out is Matata, trying to steal second, gunned down by the catcher Dover. And a quick ground out to the right side. Abbott is going to go down as well for out number 2. Haywood Dinkle, high fly ball into center field all the way back to the warning track, but it's grabbed by the center fielder Iso. So still 2-0 as we go to the top of the 4th now. Apex have another shot at it.
Bendover makes solid contact that will fly out to center. Magicomo up next will take a walk. 1 on, 1 out for Jimbo Slice. And he'll rip a nice little base hit. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Sailor Twift will take strike 3 looking. Johnny Tsunami going to see if he can keep the inning alive. Looks like he will ground to second. Roberto Kahn flipping it on over to Haywood Dinkle to end the inning.
Top of the order coming up for the Sloths as Troan No Hands takes the mound once again. And that will be a base hit over the head of the second baseman. Stan Antonio is going to be aboard. It's going to be John Camden, the center fielder, who takes a walk. 5-pitch walk, it looks like. First and second now for Poe. Long fly ball into left field. That one is gone. Just over the wall in left. Scott Poe with the 376 feet home run. And San Antonio will take the lead 3-2 with 1 swing of the bat from the left fielder. Bobby McDowell, the shortstop, now up and is going to ground to second base, thrown on to first for out number 1 of this inning. Tomato Turtle grounder to short, over to first, and just barely makes the play. Kahn with a high fly ball into center field, and that's going to be the half inning, but not before Scott Poe puts the Sloths on top 3-2 with one swing of the bat.
Top of the inning, top of the order, Rick Hood is going to start things off, rounding out to third. Steve Iso will strike out, and Anthony Bauer will come up with 2 outs, bases empty. Grounder to short ends the inning, 1-2-3. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th as we reach the halfway point of the game. Extra innings pending.
Acuna Matata, the right fielder, will be due up here, and it's going to go down on the knuckle curve. Strike 3 to the right fielder. Christy Abbott up next is going to go down as well on strikes. And that's going to be out number 2, as it's going to be Haywood Dinkle, the first baseman for the Sloths, stepping into the box. High pop fly into straightaway center field, and Iso is going to take care of that one. So a quick 1-2-3 innings. Sloths remain in the lead, though, 3-2 as we go to the top of the 6th now.
Jameis Winston will take a strikeout looking. I believe that's the second time he's done that game. Ben Dover will come up to the plate next. Loud crack of the bat, and he will fly out to left field. Poe tracks that one down. And Magicoma will take strike 3. Another 1-2-3, half of an inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Sloss up 3-2.
Top of the order due up, it's going to be Antonio, first up into the box. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field, taken care of easily by Iso. Camden up next. Liner into right, that one's in the corner. That one's going to be causing some trouble, and that's going to be a double for John Camden. Scott Poe is going to watch it as Camden is going to steal third base, 36th stolen base of the season for Camden, and Poe is going to knock him in with a single. Scott Poe has knocked in all 4 of the Sloths runs so far this game, making it 4-2 now for San Antonio. Bobby McDonald is going to be safe at second with a double, stand-up double. And it's going to be Tomato Turtle, the DH, with 2 runners in scoring position. He goes down on strikes. That's strike 3. Roberto Kahn, grounder to first, thrown on to the pitcher who's covering. With no hands, covering first, and that's going to end the inning. San Antonio still leads 4-2 now after the RBI by Poe.
Jimbo Slice will start the top of the 7th. Strike out looking. Looks like the Voyagers are up 2-1 on Cancun. Sailor Twift up to bat. Will take strike 3 looking as well. Sarasota is up seemingly 4-0 on Nashville. It's a little blurry on my screen, but I think that's what it says. And Johnny Tsunami will end the inning with an infield pop-out. Hey, your Vandals are up 7-1. Nice job.
Looks like my player's actually doing pretty well, too. Knock on wood. As Acuna Matata steps into the box here in the bottom of the 7th. High pop fly taken care of easily by the Apex defense. Christy Abbott will fly into left field. Pretty routine grab for Johnny Tsunami. It's going to be Haywood Dinkle. And it's going to be an unassisted out taken care of by Anthony Bauer, or the corpse of him. Sloths still lead 4-2 as we go to the top of the 8th. Apex need to score some runs here. They can't leave it all to the 9th.
Rick Hood will strike out swinging. Death Valley Scorpions are up 3-1 over the Rougarou. Steve Iso up next. Solid contact and a sliding catch almost on the warning track, looks like. Will be out number 2. Anthony Bauer will not quite bloop one in left. That will be caught. We got Scott Poe having a bit of action that inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 4-2.
Top of the order due up here. Antonio lines it right to the shortstop Hood. Taken care of for out number 1. John Camden with a high fly ball into left field. That one could go, and it does! John Camden, the center fielder, not content to let Poe have all the fun this game. He's going to knock in a run himself, that being himself. 411-foot home run, making it 5-2 for the Sloths. Dogwood Maple now entering the game for the Apex. That's going to be Scott Poe, who takes ball 4 and will happily take that free walk down to first. Bobby McDonald is going to go down on strikes. Out number 2 here. Tomato Turtle with a runner on first will walk as well. Now we have first and second here for Roberto Kahn, the second baseman from San Antonio. Ground to second, over to first, and that's going to be out number 3. So the Sloths, tag on one more from a home run by John Camden. As we go to the top of the 9th, Apex looking to tie the game up.
Jameis Winston will take a walk. It also looked like Providence was up against OBX, and Detroit is up against Kashima. Bendover will fly out to right field. Jameis has to stay at first. And a base hit by Magicomo will advance Jameis onto second. Runners at first and second, and it looks like that will be a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners now. Sailor Twift strikes out, and the game is over. Your San Antonio Sloths win 5-2. Looks like San Antonio had himself a nice day, going 2 for 4, along with Camden going 2 for 3, Poe going 2 for 3. 4 RBA performance from him as well. Only 2 players on Indy go multiple hits. That would be Magicomo and Jimbo Slice. Truman No Hands will get the loss, 7.1 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, and Bobby Daring will get the win, 6.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Dugan will also have a save, his 9th of the year, with 3 innings of shutout ball. Scott Poe and his 4 RBIs is our player of the game.
Vandals will take down the Raptors 7-1, out hitting Boise 15-7. McMuffin going 2 for 5 with an RBI. Sessions 2 for 5 with 3. 3 hit games for Danny Gonzalez and Lunchbox McGrath at the bottom of the order as well. Boise has a 3 for 4 game from Connor McDavitt and a 2 for 4 game from Chyson Boone. Their 1 RBI coming from Finn Reese. Lucas will get their 12th loss of the season. Unable to get out of the 4th, Johnson will pick up their 10th win, going 8.2 innings, 1 out away from the complete game. Giving up only 1 run. He'll be your player of the game.
Oh, it looks like OBX comes back from behind. 6-5 final score in 12 innings against Providence. That's not just discount baseball. That's not bargain baseball. That's 3 whole innings of free baseball. A 4 for 6 day from Dowd. 4 for 5 from Rusty. But neither of those performances are enough to overpower OBX, apparently. City's going to go 3 for 5 with 1 run and 3 RBIs. 2 for 4 day for Hank as well. 2 for 5 from Swift. And if we take a look at the pitchers, it looks like Farron Bincaden will get the win with 0.1 innings pitched. A 6-pitch win for Farron Bincaden, making the most out of those 6 tosses. Horace is going to get the blown save, and then McKinnon will have the loss. Dub City will be our player of the game.
Parm was asking about the errors in the Apex Sloths game. There were no errors, so the under will take that one for the predictions. As we go to the Novas Stars ball game, Supernovas will win this one 7-2, out hitting Nashville 8-7. 2 RBIs for the Stars, 1 each from Fry and Munson, and 3 for 4 game from Reeves. Sarasota will get 3 RBIs from Buckley and 2 from Torrent, who has a 2 for 4 game crossing the plate twice. Kendrick Baxter going 8 shutout innings, giving up only 4 hits and 1 walk for the starting pitcher from Sarasota. And Taylor Johnson will take their 7th loss of the season. For Nashville, Kendrick Baxter will be your player of the game.
The Demons are, in fact, going to beat the Foxes 6-2. It looks like that's mostly off the back of Nickels and Dimes, going 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. The only other multi-hit performance of the day for Detroit was Ben Stackenpaper going 2 for 3. A lot of 2-hit performances from Kashima that they just weren't able to convert into runs. We have 5 going 2 for 4. Cloudera, Valor, Stud, Alomar, and 2 all getting 2 hits apiece. Just couldn't convert anything with it, though. Motley Mitchell is going to pick up the win. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and Ricky Vaughn will have a hold, 2.2 innings pitched of shutout ball. Jack Rolo will have the 14th loss, still looking for that win.
You hate to
5
see
innings
it.
pitched. That's, once again, I believe the official term for that is a bummer. Nickels and Dimes will be our player of the game.
Death Valley takes down New Orleans 3-1. All three of Death Valley's runs coming in the first inning there. Rougarous had the whole game to tie it, and they couldn't do it. 4 hits for New Orleans and only 1 RBI, that coming from Richie Bonanza, the shortstop. Death Valley will get 2 RBIs from Ian Fullman and 1 from James Love, who had a multi-hit game. Urquides Garcia with another excellent performance on the mound, 8.1 innings, giving up only 1 run. Remy Ratatouille with the save and a very handsome face gen as well. Coco McQueen takes their
Get that
10th
off of my
loss.
screen.
Coco McQueen will take their 10th loss, and Urquides Garcia will be your player of the game.
Why must you do this to me? Looks like the Voyagers are going to take down the Toros with a low-scoring affair. Final score 2-1. 2-hit performance from R.J. Menard. That looks to be the only multi-hit day for New York. 2-hit performance from LaFleur as well, with 1 run and 1 RBI. The RBIs for New York are coming off of Hard and Long and Slim. Slim going 1 RBI. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Brass Lemon's going to get the loss for Cancun, going 4-16 on the year. And as people in the chat pointed out, this is, for the most part, the final game for most pitchers. You know, regular season win-loss records are finalized, so that's just where that one's going to end up. 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs. Not terrible, all things considered. Regnalib Silvart is going to go 7.0 innings, 1 earned run, and Miller will have the save with 2.0 innings of shutout ball. Regnalib Silvart will be our player of the game.
And that's all the majors games for today as we head on down to the minors. Take a look at the Wheelers beating the Kingston Mounties 12-2. It's going to be 4 RBI game for Diamundo at the top of the Anchorage batting order, 2 for 3. 3 for 6 for Wonder Franco with 3 RBIs as well. 4 for 4 game for Sweetot with 3 RBIs and 3 runs across the plate. Anchorage lineup really producing here. Kingston Mounties have multi-hit games from Stocks and Grommet. Stocks and Boss Jr. were the 2 RBIs. Tom Riddle will take their 17th loss of the season. Toasties will take their 9th win of the season for Anchorage. Dayton Mack gets their 2nd save. And Sweetot is going to be your player of the game.
Louisville Lemurs are going to beat State College Swift Steeds 4-0. Shutout baseball here. And it looks like State College was only going to get 2 hits on the entire day. We had a 12-2 game, and now we have a 12-2 hitting lineup. Looks like a 3 for 4 day from Maxto Poutine with 2 runs and 3 RBIs is going to be our standout performance, most likely. Warner is going to get the win for Louisville, going 8 innings of shutout ball, and Kratt will finish it off with that last inning. Bolt Jr. will get the loss, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Joe Warner will be our player of the game.
Kingpins will take down the Dynamos here as these two teams duke it out for the Eastern Division pennant. 6-3 is the final. 3 RBIs for Dallas, and they all come from Caden Kalian on 1 swing of the bat in the 7th inning off of Barry B. Benson. Chicago is going to get multi-hit games from McCoy and Terry, as well as 2 RBIs from Atlas Gray. Benson gets the win for Chicago, their 13th of the season. Stormblast the save, their 18th of the season. And Knight Rider will take the loss for Dallas, with Barry B. Benson going to be your player of the game. 3 runs over 7 innings pitched.
San Bernardino 66ers are going to beat Mydillo's final score of 6-2, and I believe my player Wallaby has not gotten a hit all stream day, so that's fun. Very good. Bongo Lulango is going to go 3 for 4 with 1 run and 3 RBIs. A couple other multi-hit games for San Bernardino. Rodriguez and 4 straight, each getting 2 hits apiece. Only 1 multi-hit performance on the Dillo side of things with Trevin Knight. Robert Mountain's going to pick up the loss, going 5.1 innings, 6 earned runs. And Bill, the Hill, is going to have a complete game performance. 9 innings, 2 earned runs, only 5 total hits allowed. He will be our player of the game, understandably. Nice job, Bill.
Really letting the bullpen arms get some rest there as Hill.
Yeah.
Kansas City Hepcats will take down the Bruce City Bears here. 2-0 is the final. Hepcats out hitting the Bears 7-2. The 2 RBIs for Kansas City come from Dem Boys and Benz. On the side of Bruce City, looks like their only 2 hits came from Gilmore Tuttle and W.R. Wolf. That's Phillies fans recreate. I remember that
Yeah.
now. Kiwi Mace.
Werewolf.
Yeah, werewolf. Even looks kind of like a werewolf. He's got the like little mutton chops on the side.
Yeah, he's got Hugh Jackman in his player render.
Nice. Ian the Igloo will take their 14th loss for Bruce City, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Kiwi Mace will get their 9th win. And Kiyotaka Fosha will get their 26th save of the season for Kansas City. Kiwi Mace is going to be your player of the game, though. 8.1 innings, no runs given up.
Gotta love the 3-pitch save.
Yeah. Taking a look at the standings here, we're looking at
the 3-way tie still exists.
The 3-way tie between the Dills, Kingpins, and Dynamos.
Oh my goodness.
Kingpins and Dynamos still duking it out for the Eastern Division pennant as well.
Right, and as Simo pointed out in chat, because Kingpins have the tiebreaker, Dallas has to win both of the next 2 games, so we should probably watch their next one.
Yeah,
and then maybe the one after that as well.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that. I think the Voyagers are actually pretty close to clinching a playoff victory too. Let's take a look at the majors here as we go to the standings. Yeah, Voyagers have one for their magic number. Do we do 2 games for the 7th? We might do that. Voyagers game and then the Dallas Chicago game.
Sure.
See if Voyagers can clinch it, or if the Apex loss outside of there will take care of that for them. We'll see. Voyagers looking for that last place in the playoffs. And Sloths, Stars, and Scorpions are still really close for that Western Division title and the first round bye. Even games for even percentages for the Sloths and Stars.
There's a lot of TPE riding on these games.
Yeah, this is really close. The season standings, yeah, I didn't even think about that. So we will go ahead and play till tomorrow, the 7th. We're going to do 2 games. We'll do the Voyagers Foxes, and then we'll do the, as the Voyagers look to
clinch a postseason appearance.
Yeah, win on the road against Kashima as well. And then we'll take a trip down to the minors, and we'll do Chicago, Dallas as well. So Voyagers versus the Foxes. Turn off BNN Sim in the background if you do 2 games same day. Yes, thank you. There it is. Okay. Thank you, OBG. We will do Dallas.
Do we have a wager that we want? A channel point?
Yeah, we'll take a. Let's see. Would one of the mods in the chat be willing to put predictions up? We will do Dallas, Chicago, Mike. We're gonna do this one first, but then we'll head on down and do the minors, Dallas and Chicago as well.
Well, according to the lineup, it looks like New York is pretty thoroughly favored.
Yeah. All the way down the line here. Kashima could absolutely play spoiler here. One thing that I've always been a proponent of is that anyone can beat anyone given any day. So Kashima could absolutely play spoiler here for the Voyagers. But it's gonna be a close one between the Voyagers and the Apex. We'll see if the Voyagers can get the win here, or if the Apex lose. Either way, the Voyagers would be going to the playoffs if either one of those scenarios happen. Check out that channel points. How many runs will the winning team score? Will it be an even number or an odd number?
I very much like this bet because I suggested it on Thursday's stream. I'm glad that it's made it in the rotation.
There we go. I don't think I've seen this prediction before. Maybe it has. shown up, but did it show up on Thursday when you suggested it, or did it just?
Yeah,
Oh, it
we
did.
we did
Okay.
it, or whatever day I did it. I don't remember, but
I'll
it,
be
it
honest.
definitely existed.
I'll be honest. I don't pay too much attention to the predictions since I can't bet in them.
Right. Yeah.
Submissions are closed. 78% say an odd number. 22% say an even number. Well, we shall see. Would you like the Voyagers hunting for that last position in the playoffs, or would you like the Foxes hoping to play spoiler?
Well, I think I'll take Foxes this time
All right.
because the last two games I've given you the bottom on, hoping that you could
Okay.
call a walk off or something. But I realize all it's done is leech 2 innings away from you. So
All
I'll
right.
give you the full 9 inning experience this
Okay.
time.
All right. Well, we'll start off with the Voyagers. Iridian Stevenson and Long due up against starting pitcher Rich Evans for the Kashima Foxes. Uh, Hold on. Let me get the. Let me go ahead and pause real quick as we get the widget out of there. We don't need that. There's no games. So single for Iridian, and it's going to be Stevenson watching as Iridian takes second base on the stolen base. Stevenson will ground out, but Iridian will advance. It's going to be Long with a base hit into left field, and the first run of the ball game has been scored by Grant Iridian, knocked in by Long, the left fielder for the Voyagers. Runner on first, and it's Tom Shue up to bat. High fly ball into left field, taken care of by the left fielder Cloudera. Two away now with a runner on first, and Long is running. It's going to be safe at second base, stolen base number 12 for Long. Barbados Slim with a short grounder to the right side of the infield, picked up by the pitcher and thrown on to first, out number 3. So the Voyagers do get one on the base hit by Long. They lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the first now.
Cladera is going to start things off for the Foxes, and that'll be a no caught strike 3, thrown out at first anyways, though. Vidal Valor will strike out as well. Stud has a chance to keep the inning alive. Oakwood will make contact, ground out to third. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll bounce it back to the top of the second for New York.
It's going to be Menard, Rivers, and Hodge due up here. RJ Menard, high fly ball. It's going to be the third baseman, Dawson Jr., taking care of that one. Out number 1. Rivers will ground it right back to Dawson Jr., who throws on to first for out number 2. And Dylan Hodge will go down on strikes. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Evans, giving the Foxes lineup another chance to tie this game up or take the lead here in the bottom of the second.
Julio Ruiz is going to start things off with a line shot to center field. A lot of zip on it, not a lot of height. Kevin Hunter will ground out. First baseman flips it on over to Kevin Choate. And strike 3 for Peter Dawson is another 1-2-3 inning. 6 batters faced for Kevin Choate, 6 batters downed.
It's going to be Alomar Sims and Loet Joe due up here. I'm on the wrong side. Swerve, Iridian, and Stevenson as Swerve grounds out. Iridian is going to go down on strikes, and it's going to be Stevenson up next to face down Rich Evans. And a high pop fly, second baseman is going back, and he's going to take care of it. Stud takes care of that one. Now it's going to be Alomar Sims and Loet Joe due up here in the bottom of the third. My mistake.
Benito will start things off with a grounder to second. That'll be out number 1. Chess Sims will strike out. And Loet Joe will, again, have an opportunity to have a 1-2-3 inning. Pawa will, in fact, do so. Strike 3. 9 batters faced, 9 batters down.
Good start for the day from Kevin Choate.
Mm-hmm.
Rich Evans also not having too bad of a start themselves. Harden Long grounds out to the left side of the infield. Tom Shue with a high pop fly. Shortstop will need to go into left field to make the grab. And that will be a liner down the right field line. That's going to be potentially extra bases for Barbados Slim, who's going to slide into second easily. That'll be a double for Barbados. RJ Menard up next, grounder to second, thrown on to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Stud throws on to Valor, and that's going to be The top of the fourth done. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Kashima still looking to put a run on the board.
Yudokira Cloudera will fly out to deep third base. And it looks like Kashima's going to get their first hit of the day. Vidal Valor is going to slide into second, get himself a double. 1 on, 1 out for Oakwood Stud. He'll make contact and fly out to center. Valor thought about it, but stays at second base. Julio Ruiz will also hit deep to center, and it looks like RJ Menard is going to put away outs 2 and 3 by himself. So they got a hit. No score yet, though.
Bottom of the order for the Voyagers due up. Rivers will start us off with a fly out into right field. Ruiz taking care of that one. Dylan Hodge lines it right to the shortstop Loa Joe, who takes care of it. Kirk Swerve the DH. That'll be a base hit into left field. He's going for second, and Kirk Swerve is going to get there safe. That'll be a double for Swerve. It's going to be Grant Iridian who gets a base hit as well, right in the same area as Swerve, and is going to get the same result. That'll be a double for Grant Iridian, and that will score Swerve, making it 2-0 now Voyagers. Stevenson will take the free pass to first off of Rich Evans. Long is going to go down on strikes, and that will be the half inning. So the Voyagers do add to their lead with a double by Grant Iridian, knocking in Swerve. 2-0 New York as we go to the bottom of the fifth now.
Kevin Hunter will start things off for Kashima with a strikeout. Kevin Choate already has 5 on the day, 5 through 5 so far. Peter Dawson Jr. will lace a base hit. Does not extend it to second. Benito Alomar will watch a pitch go by as Peter Dawson Jr. slides into second, getting himself a steal. And then Benito Alomar will watch another pitch go by that he probably should have swung at. Chess Sims will strike out as well, and that will end the inning. But, you know, Kashima's picking up some momentum. They're getting some hits now.
We'll go back to the top of the sixth here with Tom Shu going down on strikes, out number 1. Barbeo Slim, the catcher, will face down Rich Evans and will take a free pass to first base in the form of a walk. And pickoff attempt out is the runner at first. Barbeo Slim just a little bit far off the bag, and Rich Evans guns him down at first. Menard will go down on strikes. So New York still leads 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the sixth.
Pawa Loa Joe will add to Kevin Choate's strikeout totals for the day. Choate sitting at 8 now. Cloudera will ground out to second base. Vidal Valor at the plate will ground out to first base. Oh, excuse me, that's 9 strikeouts on the day for Choate. Having himself a heck of a game.
Wheeling and dealing. Top of the 7th here as Scotty Omega enters the game and will immediately make his presence known with his first strikeout of the game against Rivers. Hodge will follow suit. Quick 2 strikeouts for Scotty Omega, and it's going to be Kirk Swerve, the DH, coming up to bat for New York. And Omega has struck out the side. 1-2-3, very quick inning for Scotty Omega, the relief pitcher for the Foxes. It's time for the stretch as we go down to the bottom of the 7th. Kashima looking to put some runs on the board here.
Oakwood Stud's going to ground out to short. And Julio Ruiz says, that looks like fun. I'll do that too. Kevin Hunter, however, is his own man and will ground out to second instead to end the inning.
Such a different result.
He's a trailblazer.
It's a pioneer. Go to the top of the 8th now. It's DJ Law entering the game after Scotty Omega's excellent inning. And with that, immediately Grant Iridian is going to put his 12th homer of the season on the board, 399 feet.
That was a low shot.
It was. Barely made it over the wall. 3-0 Voyagers as Grant Iridian puts their 3rd run on the board. Joshua Stevenson will ground out to short, and that's going to be out number 1 of the inning. Hard and long. Small dribbler to the right side, and that's going to be picked up and thrown on to first base by the pitcher. Tom Shu will ground out to shortstop, and that's going to be out number 3. So the Voyagers do get a run on the leadoff homer by Grant Iridian off of DJ Law. They still lead 3-0 now, bottom of the 8th.
Peter Dosser Jr. is going to get himself on first. Nice little base hit. Benito Alomar up next. Will strike out the 10th of the day for Choate, hitting double digits in his K column. Chess Sims is going to lace another base hit, and it looks like that's going to be able to advance Dawson over to third base. Runners at the corners for Pawaloa Joe. He will strike out. Cloudera will have 2 on, 2 out. Potential chance to tie the game. He will strike out. So Choate lets 2 on, but he's still able to squeeze his way out of the jam with his 11 strikeouts.
12 now with the last out of the inning.
Jeez.
And it's going to be Barbados Slim leading this inning off with a double. Barbados Slim easily in at second here in the top of the 9th.
Ooh, intentional walk.
Intentional walk by RJ Menard to get to Rivers, the hot-hitting Rivers, who will, pop fly that out into shallow right field for out number 1. Dylan Hodge, high fly ball into center field all the way back at the warning track. And that's going to be caught for out number 2, but it will advance the runner to third. Runners at the corners, and it's going to be Kirk Swerve, who grounds out to second base to end the inning. DJ Law gets out of the jam, but will Kashima be able to score 3 runs to tie it up, or 4-1 here, bottom of the 9th, coming at you?
Foxes have 2 outs remaining. Oakwood Stud is going to ground out to second, just as Valor did before him, and Julio Ruiz will strike out to end the game. That is a complete game shutout from Kevin Choate, ladies and gentlemen.
That will punch the Voyagers' ticket to the playoffs as well. 3-0 the
Sorry, Indy.
3-0 the final here. Sorry, Indy, indeed. 7-4 on the hits column. 3-for-4 day for Grant Iridian with 2 ribbies on the side of New York. Kashima will get 2 hits from Dawson Jr., but not much else. Kevin Choate with that complete game shutout notches his 18th win on the season. Rich Evans takes their 12th loss. And it's going to be Kevin Choate, your player of the game. Excellent job,
Shocker.
Enoch. Yeah, excellent job, Enoch. Mike dropped in the chat. Apex, get him.
Do it to him.
Apex, get him. So that will be the Voyagers punching their ticket into the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and quick play the rest of the Majors games, and then we'll head on down to the minors for a Chicago-Dallas game. We'll start off with the Scorpions Apex. Blowpop, why don't you take us through this one?
It looks like Death Valley is going to take this one. The scoreboard is blurry for me for some reason. I think it's 8-4, though.
Yes, 8-4.
Okay. We got a couple of multi-hit performances. We got 2-for-4 for Gold. We got 2-for-5 for Love, and we got 2-for-3 for Fullman. On Indy's side of things, looks like no multi-hit day for anybody there. You Need to Calm Down is going to take the loss. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Zielman will go 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs as well, but that counts as a win. Tristan Lung is going to get his 10th save of the season, 3 innings of shutout ball, and Vivi Zielman will be our player of the game.
Crabs Supernovas is going to end with the Supernovas victory. Sarasota going to take this one 7-1. 3 innings 6th and 3 innings 7th. 3 RBI game for Carlos Crashwagon, the catcher. 2 RBIs for Io Torrent. On the side of Providence, we got 1 RBI only and 1 multi-hit game only, both from John Dowd, the catcher. Leo Robert will take their 13th loss of the season for Providence. Nutt will get their 7th win of the season for Sarasota, giving up only 1 run over 6 innings. Shinkansen gets a 3-inning perfect save, their first save of the season for Sarasota, and Nutt will be your player of the game. Well done, Hot Dog.
Stars are going to topple the Rougarous. Final score 5-3. Got a 2-hit day for Hopman, 2-hit day for Rose. Rose also has 2 runs and 1 RBI tacked on there. Looks like a 3 for 4 day from Beauregard and a 2 for 3 day from Richie Bonanza as the only multi-hit performances from New Orleans. McDougal will take the loss, 5.2 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Balkan is going to get a W, getting double digits in the win column for him there. 7.2 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. And Cletus McFlorida Man will have his 8th save of the year with 1.1 innings. Virzeiros Balkan will be our player of the game.
Sloths of Demons is going to end in a win for the Demons. Playing a little bit of spoiler to the Sloths Western Division pennant run here. 4-3 is the final. 2 RBIs for Revan Knox and 1 each from Dimes and Laud Jr. Multi games for Herrera and Stacking Paper on the side of the Demons. 3 for 3 game for Stan Antonio on the side of San Antonio. 2 for 4 game from Turtle and 2 RBIs from Acuna Matata. Ryan Rose will get their 10th loss of the season, 7.1 innings, giving up 4 runs. It looks like Tim Galvin will get their 2nd win, going 2 innings in relief for Detroit. Duckworth Lewis their 4th save, and Austin Bentley will be your player of the game. Well done, Commissioner. 5.1 innings, giving up 3 runs.
Rigged.
Holy.
That is a lot of runs.
Wow.
That's a 15-3 final score. Your Vandals topple my future Toros. And look at the comeback. Wow. 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, 11 runs total. Ooh, boy. That is rough. Holy cow. 2 for 5 day from Lodge, 2 for 5 day from Shidermi, with 4 RBIs in there as well. 2 for 6, Herb Sessions. 3 for 6, McGrath. 3 for 5 day from Gibbles, also getting 3 runs, 2 RBIs. And look at that 4-4, 4-4 from Andrews. I like that one a lot. It's just pleasing, you know? It looks correct. Big Chungus on Cancun is going to go 4 for 5 with 3 runs and 4 RBIs as well, but it's not quite enough to fight against Vancouver's explosion late in the game. Look at all this batting.
Yeah. Salmon's had a grand slam too, which I saw up here, but holy cow, a 10-run third by the Toros. This is insane. Just the amount of runs that are being put up on the board. How many home runs did we have in this game total? Salmons, Chungus, and Fitted. So 3 for the Toros. 1, 2, 3 for 2 for Andrews. 3, 4, 5. So we had 8 home runs in this game. Total.
I love the win probability graph. It's over. It's over. Oh, never mind. Okay, now it's over.
It's a U.
Yeah. It made a bucket. Sam Andrews and his 4 at-bats, 4 hits, 4 RBIs, 4 runs with 2 home runs in there is very understandably our player of the game. And look at how many pitchers Cancun had to chew through. Yeah, eventually, Shu ends up getting the loss and the blown save, but wow, crazy.
A lot of offense that game.
That's some spring training stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. Aviators will take down the Raptors here 2-1. Much smaller run total between the two teams here. It's going to be 1 RBI from Connor McDavid on the solo shot in the 4th inning off of Justin Ripspod. Outer Banks will get their 2 RBIs from D'Alicio and Nakaya. Ripspod gets the win, going 7.2 innings, giving up only the solo shot as well as 3 other hits. 43 will get their 16th save, 1.1 perfect innings. Bisquick takes their 14th loss for Boise, 2 runs over 6 innings, and Justin Ripspod will be your player of the game. So that will do it for the majors.
And now we have some Chicago-Dallas showdown action.
It's true. Yeah.
The most important game of the stream so far.
Let's take a look at real quick.
In my opinion, because I'm in the minors.
I'll take a look at the standings here. So Kingpins, Dynamos. So that magic number will reduce to 1.
For one of the teams. But the thing is, if Kingpins beat Dallas, even if Dallas wins the second game, Kingpins have the tiebreakers anyways, so.
Okay.
So Dallas has to win this game
to stay alive
in order to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well let's head right on in. Do we have a prediction in the chat for this Kingpins Dynamos game? Looks like the Dynamos are slightly favored, 6-4.
Looks like Hummus says that playoffs are just wild card only, so divisions
Oh,
don't matter. Either way, high impact.
yeah. So okay, I was trying to think if like we wanted to wait on this game and take a look at the last one, but since Kingpins do have the tie break, I guess it will be a matter of who's the higher seed between these two that are
Mm-hmm.
fighting so closely. So I guess that we probably should still watch this game to see if the Kingpins will secure the higher seeding, with the worst case being the tiebreak, or if the Dynamos will stay alive here. Looks like we have a.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that prediction went up and down real quick. But how many home runs this game? Under 3.5 is the favored, with 93% of the votes, of the points, excuse me, going to the under 3.5. Would you like to take the?
Overgang looking for huge payout. A 14-1 ratio.
Oof.
Huge.
So would you like to take the Kingpins, or would you like to take your cousin's Dynamos?
Oh, I feel like I should. I don't think I can answer. You know, you've implicated me. I think you have to pick.
All right. Well, I'll take the Kingpins here, who are looking to secure the higher seeding between the two teams. Um, as we head on into game, it's going to be Bruzdar Lemonade versus Casey Tam for the pitching. Casey Tam will take to the mound for Dallas. I should have turned the BNN back on. Oh well. So Casey Tam will take the mound for Dallas against Jarrett Goffard, the right fielder, who will lead it off for Chicago. Quick grounder to shortstop, and that's going to be out number one. Scary Terry will line that right to the shortstop. Double A getting some early action over there. Crush Jacob, will single that into center field. First base hit of the ball game. Sandwiches will ground into the fielder's choice as Jacob is thrown out at second. So we go to the bottom of the first here. There's no score. Dallas will get their first shot at it.
Jebediah Crunk is going to start things off for the Dynamos. Bruzdar Lemonade pitching for Chicago. That'll be a fly out to right field, easily tracked down by Goffard. Matthew Edwards is going to beat out the throw. Look at that hustle. Giannis Krustis, possible MVP, adding to his numbers with a base hit. Matthew Edwards has to stay at second. Dustin Parmalee will make contact, and it looks like they'll go into a double play to end the inning. Nice little 4-6-3 turn there.
It's going to be Atlas Gray due up for the Kingpins, followed by Frank and Jimenez. Gray will fly out to straightaway center. Jebediah Crunk taking care of that one. Grounder just passes the first baseman as Alex Frank is aboard at first with a single. Chris Jimenez will pop fly into right field. The second baseman tracking down that one. Two away, and a high fly ball into right field by McCoy will end the inning. They get a runner on board with a hit, but can't move him any farther than first. We go to the bottom of the second now. Dallas due up.
Caden Kalian's going to get on base. Shot up the middle. Double A is going to go yard. The first time I've gotten to call a home run. Look at that one. Dallas is going to get 2 runs off of the bat of AA, bringing Kalian home. Todd Hafner is going to keep that momentum alive with a base hit, getting himself on first. Still 0 outs. Andrew Berry will fly deep to left. That will be tracked down and caught by Duncan. Vladimir Bodnar will take a walk. Runners on first and second, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order, and Jebediah Crunk is going to bat into just a single play. No double play. Ground out to shortstop to end the inning by Matthew Edwards. Dallas strikes first with 2 runs, and we head to the top of the 3rd.
Chicago will be looking to strike back here with the bottom of the order coming up. Trevor Duncan will get a base hit here, singled off of Casey Tam. Jarrett Goffard will go the opposite direction, but will get the same result. Back-to-back singles by Duncan and Goffard will put runners on first and second. As Scary Terry goes down and strikes, and that will be Casey Tam's 100th strikeout this season from the feed. Chris Jacob will take a free pass to first base. Bases loaded for Pork Chop Sandwiches, who drives that into center field, but not quite enough distance for the home run. However, Duncan will score from third, sliding into home plate, and Sandwiches will be credited with a sac fly there. Atlas Gray high fly ball into left field, and that will be the half inning here. So we get to the bottom of the 3rd. Dallas still leads, but the lead has been cut in half. 2-1 now.
Giannis Krustis is going to squeeze one out. Look at that. Little dribbler along the 3rd base line. Dustin Parmalee is going to get a base hit and advance Giannis to second. Doesn't quite stretch for third. Caden Kalian at the plate. Solid contact, flies it to left field. That will be caught for out number 1. Up next is... and he will strike out. Todd Hafner at the plate with 2 outs. No 2-out magic. That will end the inning. 2 runners left on base.
It's going to be Frank Jimenez and McCoy due up for the Kingpins, taking on Casey Tam, and it's going to be Frank going down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Chris Jimenez, the shortstop, steps into the box and grounds that to shortstop for out number 2. Double A taking care of that one. Crozier McCoy with a long fly ball into right field. That one's gone. Edwards going after that, and McCoy just nailed the fastball. 399-foot long ball, and it's going to be a tie ball game now as the Kingpins put a run on the board here, in the top of the 4th. 2-2 ball game, and it's going to be Trevor Duncan who goes down on strikes. That'll be Casey Tam's 3rd strikeout of the ball game. But the Kingpins will tie it up at 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th now. Dynamo's due up.
Andrew Berry will start things off with a base hit up the middle. Vladimir Bodnar up next. And he says, that looked like a good idea. I'll do the same thing. Top of the order, Jebediah Crunk is going to add the 3rd base hit in a row. And it looks like Bodnar is going to advance. Barry is going to come all the way home. Matthew Edwards is going to keep the magic alive. Another RBI base hit as Vlad comes all the way from second. 2 on, no outs. Giannis Krustis is going to hit into a double play. Runner advances to third. Dustin Parmalee will strike out. Caden Kalian will start the bottom of the 5th later.
Chicago looking to put some runs on the board and hopefully tie this back up. Jarrett Goffard will get him started with a single to lead this half inning off. Scary Terry grounder to second, over to second for a 1, and back over to first. That's a double play. Chris Jacob with 2 outs and the bases empty will put himself on first base here. Give the Kingpins another shot at potential runs. Pork Chop Sandwiches with a drive into center field. It's off the wall, and he's going to be credited with a double and an RBI as Chris Jacob all the way from first will come around to score, closing that lead down to 4-3. Atlas Gray with a runner in scoring position will strike out though, and the lead will remain at 1 for the Dynamos as we go to the bottom of the 5th now with Dallas due up.
Caden Kalian is going to start things off. Strong contact to deep center. That'll be tracked down by Jacob. Aha! Up next, we'll ground it to second. Todd Hafner, with no runners on and 2 outs, will fly out to right field. Easily tracked down by Goffard. End of the 5th, score still 4-3.
Top of the 6th coming up. It's going to be Frank Jimenez and McCoy Frank will go down on strikeout. Tam with their 5th strikeout of the ball game. Kingpins have put up 1 run in each of the last 3 innings. We'll see if they can continue that as Jimenez gets on board with a single to straightaway center. Crozier McCoy, the DH, will ground that to the shortstop. He'll bobble it.
Ooh.
Double A. Oh, it wasn't credited with an error. Interesting. High pop fly to third base, and Duncan will go down on the pop fly. Ken Wheatfall enters the game, first and second, and Jarrett Goffard will fly out to straightaway center to end the half inning, and end the Chicago Kingpins' pattern of scoring in the 6th here.
Andrew Berry's going to start off the bottom of the 6th with a strikeout. Vladimir Bodnar will be up next. And the third baseman will get himself a base hit. Looks like we have a pitching change, I think, just happened. Kingpin on the mound now. Jebediah Crunk's going to get himself a base hit as well. 1 out. Matt Edwards is going to get a RBI double. Crunk stays at third. We got runners on second and third, 1 out. Giannis Krustis at the plate. He will take a walk. Bases loaded for Dustin Parmalee. And he will line out. Oh, what a toss home. Jacob guns it home and is able to snake away the third out right from under Crunk's nose. Crazy toss.
Tahini top 5 consideration, maybe? We'll see. Scary Terry will get a base hit. That'll be a single to lead it off for the Kingpins. Chris Jacob, who just made that play from center field, is a little bit winded and will strike out here for the first out of the inning. Pork chop sandwiches will take the ball for a walk. Terry will advance to second. Atlas Gray with a long fly ball into left field. That one's gone. 3-run homer by Atlas Gray. And the Kingpins will take the lead with 1 swing of the bat, 6-5. Atlas Gray, the third baseman, is going to put Chicago out in front with a 383-foot long ball.
Oh, and the boos come out hot.
Alex Frank with a single here. The hits do not let up against DVS relief pitcher. Chris Jimenez will go down on strikes. Crozier McCoy with a runner on first and 2 away will ground out to second base, but not before the Kingpins take the lead for the first time today. They're looking to secure the higher seed over the Dynamos. We'll see if they can hold on to that lead. Bottom of the 7th.
Chicago got inspired by Ken Therion just gunning a dude home. High fly will be caught. Kalian still stuck on first. It looks like he's going to steal second. Plenty of time. Todd Hafner at the plate will strike out. 2 outs. And Andrew Berry has a runner in scoring position. Looks like Kalian's coming home, and he is able to beat out the tie. RBI single as Berry also advances to second on the throw home. Bodnar will end the inning with a line out to right field, but not before the Dynamos tie things up heading into the top of the 8th.
Chicago looking for another run, or at least 1 run to take the lead back. Duncan will lead this inning off with a strikeout, however, against DVS relief pitcher, who comes back into the game for their second inning of work. Jarrett Goffard, the right fielder, will step into the box, and that's going to be a high pop fly taken care of by relief pitcher. Out number 2. Scary Terry will get a base hit into center field, accredited with a single. Chris Jacob, liner over the third baseman's head, back-to-back singles for Terry and Jacob, and now the runners are at the corners for Pork Chop Sandwiches, who already has 2 RBIs today, but he won't get one here. He'll take the free pass to first base. Atlas Gray, who homered earlier in the game, is going to go down on strikes with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Oof. Unfortunate for Kingpins fans. Going to the bottom of the 8th now, still tied at 6. Dallas going to get another look at it here.
Dallas got out of a jam, and now Hunter Sky pitching for Chicago. and he will start things off by striking out Jebediah Crunk. We already have 30 hits on the day.
Wow.
And Matthew Edwards will ground out to short. Giannis Krustis at the plate. And he will fly out, caught by Gray. Just foul. No score in the 8th. We're going to head to the top of the 9th. Tie ball game, 6 apiece.
It's going to be Frank Jimenez and McCoy due up for the Kingpins against LaCroix, the new pitcher for the Dynamos. Frank is going to be safe at first with an infield hit down the third base line. Chris Jimenez will go down on strikes. LaCroix recording the punch out there. Crozier McCoy. That will be a double play. 6-4-3. And the threat is ended. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Dallas looking to walk it off potentially here. No
Dustin
way.
Parmley is going to start with a deep shot, and
Oh!
the game is over.
He called it! He called
He
it in the
only
chat!
needs one hit. Solo shot to end the day. Dallas keeps their hopes alive, hoping to edge out the Kingpins.
Parm called
Called in the
that!
chat. Parm going full cowboy.
Oh my goodness.
Final score 7-6. Heck of a game. Tons of hitting, a lot of double plays. I mean, 16 hits for Dallas, 16 hits for Chicago. That's some fun baseball. 3 for 5 day from Edwards. 2 for 5 day from Parm, but one of those was, a walk-off. Sky's going to take the loss off of that walk-off hit. Wheatfall has a hold, but the win doesn't come until Croy. And DVS relief pitcher has a blown save. Pork Chop Sandwiches is our player of the game. Wow, what a game. That was awesome.
Oh man, argument could be made for Parmalee right there at the player of the game, but my goodness. I often joke about crazy plays and crazy games happening more often on AJ stream than any other streamer. I don't know. Maybe
He brings the magic, folks.
It's something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me taking the playoff race streams for the past 2 seasons. But Bruce City Bears will fall to the Kansas City Hepcats, 7-6. The final Hepcats are gonna walk this one off as well. Walk-off run scoring single by Ernie Witt in the bottom of the 9th. Bruce City Bears had the lead. And Kansas City Hepcats will walk it off. 3 RBIs for Ernie Witt as well as Tex Justice on the side of Kansas City. Bruce City Bears will have a 3 for 5 game for Pierre Monet with 2 runs knocked in. 2 RBIs as well for Batter, the DH. Reed will get the win for Kansas City, Maxwell Reed. Booze Gooser will take the loss on the side of Bruce City with their 5th blown save. And Pierre Monet will be your player of the game.
Dillo. Bummer. 4-2 final score. San Bernardino gets their 77th victory on the season. That'll be, I believe that's record? Tying? I think.
Yeah, that ties the record, doesn't it, Shu? Yeah, Shu's hoping for it. One more for
So
the
yeah,
66
maybe
to top it.
Maybe we watch the next San Bernardino game as well or something. 2 for 4 day for Dan King, 2 for 3 for Campbell, and 2 for 4 for Shapiro. I have still yet to get a hit today. Let's go. 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI from 4 straight, and 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs from Encarnacion. Sullivan's going to get the win, advancing to 15-5. Pretty good record there. 7.1 innings of shutout baseball. McCarthy gets the save. Yoel Roshi is going to take the loss, 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs, and Danny Sullivan and his 7.1 innings of no ball is going to be our player of the game.
There's too many games to watch tomorrow. There's too many.
It's
we
great.
We can't play them all.
Can't or won't?
Both. We gotta keep the stream somewhat swift. Speaking of swift, Swift Steeds are gonna take this one 4-1.
The
hitting the
transition.
lemurs. Uh, the one RBI on the side of Louisville coming from Muckers O'Houlihan, the right fielder. On the side of State College, RBIs all spread out across the board, but a 3-for-4 game for Jody Quinn and 2-for-4 game for this dude, 2-hit game for Jimmy Smith. Those three are going to be the big hitters in this one. Cap Keeler will get the win for State College, going 7 shutout innings. Excellent outing for Keeler. Hofstadter gets their 8th save. Parlay gets their 8th loss for Louisville, and Cap Keeler is going to be your player of the game with that start.
Anchorage Wheelers are going to beat the Kingston Mounties 8-5. Franco's going to go 3-for-5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter is going to go 3 hits and 4 at bats with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. A lot of multi-hit games from Anchorage, with only 3 players not getting to first at least twice. And even Diamondo got there on a walk. So if we take a look at the pitching, Gusto is going to get the win. 3 innings with 0 earned runs. Matty DeFerrari is going to have his 8th hold of the year, and Roach will have the 12th save of the year. On Kingston's side, Washington III will take the loss, and our player of the game is a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter.
So taking a look at the standings here, I know Mike wanted to see the expanded standings. Run the differential.
Plus 221. Okay, dude, chill.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm San Bernardino with their plus 221 has about the same run differential as all of the other teams that have positive run differentials put together.
Oh my gosh. That was some quick
Like
maths,
roughly.
but holy cow, yeah.
Like guesstimating, it's like pretty close. That's come on, man. Why you gotta do that to us?
Wow. That's I think that's more. Cause that's 115.
Right? 171, 100 and 211. Yeah, it's 220. It's 220 to 221.
Wow.
Just the 66ers have a larger run differential than all other positive run differentials put together.
That's nuts. Wow. All right. Dynamo's cruising for that second seed. Looks like
Mm-hmm.
they have well, I don't know how the tie breaks work between Dynamos, Hepcats, and Dillos.
I don't know.
If Hepcats and Dillos both win and Dynamos lose, I don't know.
I think
Are any of them
Shu
playing each other?
said that Dillos had to win both, so I think Dallas has the tiebreaker there. I don't know what the tiebreaker is between Dallas and like Kansas City though.
Oh, we shall see. We went through these games already. I remember that. So we will go ahead to September 8th. Moving on to tomorrow. Looking at the standings for the majors, Voyagers have already clinched that playoff spot. So really, the only thing that we're looking at in the majors right now is the Western Division bye,
The clump, yeah.
which is Stars, Sloths, and or Scorpions. Excuse me. Stars having that magic number at 2.
Well, we've
So
already watched Sloths, and I don't think we've watched either Stars or Scorpions today.
we haven't. Who are they playing? Let's see. Scorpions are playing the Apex. Stars are playing the Rougarous.
So let's do Stars Rougarous because we didn't do Rougarous yet today either. If that sounds
Yeah,
reasonable.
that'll work. Will that so let's see if the Stars win
Does that
here.
appease the masses?
Yeah, let's see. If the Stars win here against the Rougarou, then if the Sloths lose, Stars secure the bye. If the Sloths and the Scorpions lose, I think then
Right.
the Stars
Yeah.
secure the bye because these two are tied and either one could take it.
Yeah.
Potentially. So yeah, let's go for stream gonna go 4 hours long, says LPG. We're on like the last we're close to the last day here. Give us a break. Stars Rougarou 4 hours stream. Stars Rougarou have an even split on the head to head here. 5 each. Let's put the BNN back on here, I think.
Oh yeah. You gotta have
Well, that would
eyeballs on those Sloths and Scorpions games.
well that would mean that we're not doing any minors games. Do we want to do that?
Mm,
Turn it off, says Hummus. More games. We're like 25 minutes away from this being a 3-hour stream though. I'm trying to keep it somewhat limited. We got today. We got 2 more days, I think. 8th and 9th, I think.
I believe
Yeah,
the
so-
majors have 2 more games, and I think the minors only have 1 more game. Maybe?
Let me just check the. Here, we'll
Or no, I'm wrong.
check the schedule.
I'm
Majors do have 2 more games.
pretty sure I'm wrong. I'm walking that one back.
Minors have. No, you're right. Majors have
I walked it back though. It's too late.
3.
Second guess myself.
Yeah, we're not gonna show every game for sure. Person man, which one do you think that we should show? Should we show the Stars Rougarous here for? I think we probably got one more game in us to actually stream, and then the rest should be quick sim.
Should we just quick sim today then, and then stream a last day game?
I mean, all the decisions could be made by the end of this day, so it's probably a quick sim on the last day for sure. All right, prediction already got thrown up there. So we'll do Stars Rougarous and we'll do quick sim for the rest of the games. I'm sorry everyone. I know everyone wants to see more games, but we gotta keep this stream somewhat limited. So I'll take the Stars and you take the Rougarous then.
Okay.
All right. Starting it off, Via Getty will be on the mound for the Rougarou. Tanner Hotman will step into the box to start us off. So the Stars are looking for a win here. If they win, and both the Sloths and Scorpions win, Stars secure that first round bye. Tanner Hotman will ground out to start this one. Zach Johnson will get a single into right. Jason Booswell, grounder to third, over to second for one, over to first, and that's going to be a double play. So
Do we want to pop in the out-of-town board?
Yes. Good call. Since we... There we go.
Gustav Beauregard is going to start things off for the Rougarous. We have Lucky El Charo on the mound.
I just turned it off again. Did all that work to get it up there. I'm trying to get it so that it's... I want to make sure that the field is mostly visible here. Alright, there we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're quick saving the rest of them, Shu, sorry.
Gustav Beauregard will strike out. Paulo Di Stefano Jr. up next. Line shot past the third baseman. That'll get himself a single. Slithery Thnick is going to bloop one. Deep shortstop. Of course, Jaeger. Oh, caught at first base with the pickoff. That is a oddly built 1-2-3 inning, but it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Fry will be put aboard with a 5-pitch walk off of Via Getty. Thomas Rose will get a base hit, and now it's first and second for Marcus Reeves, the DH. Former Crab. who grounds into a double play, 6-4-3. That will be the first 2 outs of the inning. Runner at third, and it's going to be Wendell Meredith getting a base hit and knocking in Fry. Wendell Meredith going to put the first run on the board for Nashville as Fry scores. Going for second is Fry, and he gets there safely with a stolen base, but a ground out by Munson will end the threat. Nashville take a 1-0 lead over New Orleans as we go to the bottom of the second now with Bonanza due up.
Richie Bonanza going to fly deep to center field. That'll be caught by Johnson. Naz Hamed will take a walk. Johnny Times 2 going to be up to the bat next. 1 runner on, 1 out. That'll be popped to shallow left field, tracked down by Wendell Meredith. J.R. Cook will ground out to the pitcher, and that will end the inning. Still scoreless for the Rougarous, but it's only been 2 innings, so there's time.
Jagger Philly fan, the shortstop, next up, and he's going to take the free pass to first base. Back to the top of the order of the Stars, it's Tanner Hopman, who will ground it to the pitcher. Throws on to second base for 1. Not thrown on to first for the second. Probably didn't have a play there anyway, so fielder's choice. And then a strikeout by Zach Johnson. Following suit is Booswell. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Still 1-0 Stars as we get to the bottom of the third now. New Orleans due up next.
Alejandro Geronimo is going to start things off with a single ripped past the first baseman. Just kidding, he's turning that into a double. Christopher Bruh is going to fly to mid-center. Geronimo thought about tagging up and going and thought better of it. Gustav Beauregard is going to bat for the second time on the day and advance Geronimo over to third base. Paulo Di Stefano Jr. will convert that runner into a run. Slithery Sneck up again, and he will have a deep shot left field. That is a 2-run homer. New Orleans responding strongly with 3 runs in the inning so far.
Sneck does not have a lot of home runs on the season. That's only his 10th.
Yeah, he got double digits.
It's true.
You can check that box. Richie Bonanza is going to fly out to center to end the inning, but not before the damage was done. New Orleans stacking on 3 runs. First lead change of the game, 3-1.
And that's going to get past Bonanza for a base hit. Brandon Fry aboard with a single. Going for second, safe at second with his 23rd stolen base on the season is Fry. Thomas Rose goes down on strikes. The screwball is going to do him in. Viagetti delivers, and Marcus Reeves with a base hit all the way back to the wall. That's going to be a extra base hit, a double for Marcus Reeves, the DH, knocking in Brandon Fry for the second run of the ballgame from the Stars. Wendell Meredith will go down on strikes, and it's Cade Munson with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. He'll take the walk, and it will be up to Jagger Philly fan to see if this inning continues. Base hit into center field for Jagger Philly fan. That's going to be an RBI. Reeves comes around to score. RBI single by Jagger Philly fan is going to tie this one up at 3. Tanner Hopman is going to hit that very slowly. I don't think that was officially a bunt. It might have been. But the game is tied up now at 3 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Rougarou due up.
Naz Hamed will have strong contact deep left, and that will be another home run. New Orleans keep going yard, apparently. Solo shot to start the inning to take that lead back. Johnny Times 2 is going to be up next. He'll get himself a nice base hit. Round the bag, does not go to second. J.R. Cook at the plate as Johnny Times 2 gets caught at second stealing. J.R. Cook strikes out. Alejandro Geronimo is up next. Bases empty, 2 outs. He'll take the walk and will bring Christopher back up to the plate. Popped up to shallow left field. That'll be tracked down by Meredith. Inning over, but not before Naz Hamed did the do.
Zach Johnson will go down on strikes. Struck out by Getty in his last at bat and struck him out here as well. Via Getty now with 5 strikeouts on the day. Jason Booswell, high fly ball into right field, taken care of by the right fielder DeStefano Jr. Brandon Fry, ground out to third, and that will be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Via Getty. Still 4-3, Rougarou lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th here. Top of the order is due up.
Gustav Beauregard is going to have a little dribbler. Does not beat out the throw. Paulo DeStefano Jr. will take a walk. Slithery Snake up next. Line base hit right up the middle. Throw to third to keep runner at second. And we got a hit by pitch. Richie Bonanza taking one for the team. Naz Hamed just hit a homer. Bases loaded. He will pop to left field. And it looks like... Oh!
He beats it!
Oof. Tight squeeze there. Paulo DeStefano Jr. comes home on the sac fly. Johnny Times2 will take the walk, and we have the bases loaded again. Pitching change. Cletus McFlorida man comes in and fans J.R. Cook to get out of a jam. Again, though, a little bit of damage was done. Lead extends 5-3 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Thomas Rose will lead this one off. Check swing. Umpire says he doesn't go around. 4th free pass issued by Via Getty. Goes to Thomas Rose. And he is out at second trying to steal. Gunned down at second by Christopher Brew. Marcus Reeves will go down on strikes. That's going to be Wendell Meredith with the bases empty and 2 outs. And he'll go down as well on the strikeout. Ruger still lead 5-3. Nashville still looking for this win to help reduce that magic number to 1 for the bye.
Alejandro Geronimo will start things off with a strikeout. And you were mentioning that magic number of 1. We also got to keep our eyes on Scorpions and Sloths. If the Stars win and both of those teams lose, then that seals the deal immediately. Christopher Burrow strikes out. Gustav Beauregard, top of the order, will strike out to end the inning. 1-2-3, strikeouts only from Cletus McFlorida man. We'll head to the top of the 7th.
Cade Munson will lead this one off against the new pitcher Kyle Salchicha. Diving catch by Alejandro Geronimo in center field. Retires Cade Munson. Jagger Philly fan's going to ground out to second base. He's going to head back to the dugout unhappy. Tanner Hopman will take a free pass to first off of Kyle Salchicha. Runner at first, 2 away for Zach Johnson. And no swing on the checked swing. Ball 4 again. First and second now, but it's going to be Booswell who strikes out to end the inning. It's time for the stretch as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Rougarou looking to extend their lead.
DeStefano Jr. will start things off by taking ball 4. Getting a free pass to first base. And then he will steal second. Sneck lines out to left. Pitching change. Danny Wynn in. Richie Bonanza will strike out. 2 outs, runner on second. Naz Hamed up to bat, and he will strike out as well. Inning over. Score still 5-3 as we head into the top of the 8th.
Nashville need to score some runs here. They can't leave it all to the top of the 9th. Brandon Fry will take the free pass to first off of Salchicha. High fly ball into right field. That one is gone. Thomas Rose, the right fielder, will tie it all up with a 2-run bomb. 381 feet into right field. And that is going to tie this game at 5 in the top of the 8th. Pitching change, Tommy Mazeroski coming in to pitch against Marcus Reeves, the DH, and that's going to be a base hit down the third base line for Reeves. He's going to get to second with a stand-up double. Wendell Meredith up with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Small dribbler to the pitcher, checks the runner at second, and throws on to first for out number 1. Cade Munson, the catcher, will take a free pass to first base. Jagger Philly fan, dribbler to first, throws on to third, and that is, it was a bunt. It was a bunt opportunity, and they threw out Meredith at third. Throw to first, Hopman's retired on the ground out, so a 2-run bomb by Thomas Rose keeps this game close, tied at 5, bottom of the 8th coming up.
Bold throw to third. Johnny Times 2 is going to strike out for the first plate appearance of the bottom of the 8th. Tie game now. J.R. Cook will line it to second. Alejandro Geronimo will line it past second, get himself a base hit. Christopher Bro up at the plate. Geronimo steals. Oh! The ball gets past the second baseman, and Geronimo is able to get a extra base in there as well. And he'll come home off of the single from Bro. That pass ball might have been game deciding. Strike 3. Inning over, but not before Geronimo is able to steal second and then third off of the error and get brought home.
Zach Johnson going to pop this one up to the shortstop. First out of the inning here. Nashville needs to score in order to stay alive in this game. Boostwell is going to fly out to left. All the hopes come down to Brandon Fry. Goes down on strikes. Tommy Mazeroski clears the game, finishing it off for the Rougarous. 6-5 is the final as New Orleans takes this one and thrashes Nashville's. Well, I don't know about thrashes, but they definitely quell the hopes of getting that first round bye. I believe it's still possible, but we'll take a look in a little bit here. 2 RBIs for both Sneck and Hamed on the side of New Orleans. 2-for-2 game for DeStefano Jr. Nashville will get 2 RBIs from Thomas Rose on that 2-run bomb, as well as 1 from Marcus Reeves, who has a 2-for-4 game. Danny Nguyen takes the loss for Nashville, falling to 6-2. Still a decent season for Nguyen. Salchicha gets the blown save on the side of New Orleans. Mazeroski gets the win, their 5th of the season, going 2 shutout innings, and DeStefano Jr. is your player of the game.
Looks like DVS is going to take this one 7-1, meaning they are still in the hunt for a potential first round bye. A couple of multi-hit performances. McGibbon going 3-for-5, and then Gold going 2-for-2 with 3 walks, 2 runs, and an RBI. That's an interesting box score. For pitchers, Shane Green is going to get the win, 7.1 innings, 1 earned run. And on Indy's side, Shifty Lagoose is going to get the loss, 5.2 innings, 4 earned runs. Shane Green is going to get player of the game. I was hoping it'd be Gold just because a 3-walk performance player of the game would be really funny.
Supernovas take down the Crabs in a 5-4 ball game. Look at that spike downward as Novas walk it off on a 2-run single by Red Arrow in the MVP conversation. The second baseman gets a 2-for-5 day with 3 ribbies. The other RBIs on the side of Sarasota coming from Westfall and Kane. Providence will get their 4 RBIs, 2 from Winters, 1 each from Kuntz and Dowd. McKinnon takes the loss on the side of Providence and blows the save. Crab gets the hold. And it's going to be Boo Boo Chungus with their 5th win on the season in relief for Sarasota. Red Arrow, though, is going to be your player of the game. No surprise there.
We have a 2-1 win for the Foxes. Low-scoring affair, edging out the Voyagers. 2-for-4 day from Cloudera with 1 run. The only multi-hit performance for Kashima. 2-for-3 day by Kirk Swerve for New York. The only multi-hit performance on that side. Looks like Law is going to get the win and Young the save. The two of them combined for 2 innings, 0 earned runs. Miller's going to get the loss and the blown save in 1 out pitch. That's a bummer. Was that a walk-off or something?
No, it's just in the bottom of the 8th.
Unfortunate. Tokiyami is going to get player of the game after going 7.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run. It wasn't enough for a win, though.
Demons take down the Sloths 4-1 here, out hitting them 9-5. 2 RBIs for Ben Stack and Paper, and 1 each for Law Jr. and Knox on the side of Detroit. The 1 RBI from San Antonio comes from Tomato Turtle, who had 2 for 3 ball game. Not much else on the hitting side of San Antonio. Rayner takes the 6th loss of the season for the Sloths, giving it 4 runs over 5.2. Detroit has spin rate getting the win, their 12th, giving up only 1 run over 6 innings. Vaughn gets their 15th hold, and striker spin rate will be your player of the game.
Toros get revenge a little bit with a 4-1 win over your Vancouver Vandals. 2 for 3 day by LaFleur. Other than that, a lot of one-hit performances across the board. 2 for 4 by Herb Sessions as well. Hank McDank is going to get the win, 2 innings, 0 earned runs, and Castillo is going to get the save with 2 outs. Takahashi is going to get the loss, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Good day, all things said, but not enough for a win. Callaway Flowers is going to get player of the game with 6.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run on the winning side.
Takahashi's been having some much better starts after a rocky start to the season. Good job, Glims. Outer Banks Aviators are going to win this one over the Boise Raptors. 9-5 is the final. 19 hits for Outer Banks. That will improve them to 72 wins on the season. Excuse me. Connor McDavitt will get 2 RBIs on the side of Boise, going 2 for 4, and Parker Beecham will get 2 RBIs as well on the side of Boise. Outer Banks has 3 RBIs from Bergen Cannon and 2 each from Farley, Hank, Dub City, and Hunter Geist. Great hitting on the side of Outer Banks today. 19 hits. Bob Beaumont with their 11th win of the season for the Aviators. Ben Caden gets their 7th hold. Funk gets their 2nd save. C.A. Law will take their 5th loss of the season for Boise. And Connor McDavitt will be your player of the game. That's going to do it for the majors. We head down to the minors, and the big question is, where does Chicago and Dallas fall, and did San Bernardino break or simply tie their previous record of wins? Let's take a look here.
You got a 7-1 victory for Dallas, so it looks like they are going to come out on top of that kerfuffle. Got a 3 for 4 day by Dustin Parmalee. 2 runs in there as well. 2 for 4 performance by Caden Kalian, and 2 runs by Caden Kalian. Only 1 multi-hit affair for Chicago, and that would be Atlas Gray going 2 for 4. Sanchez is going to get the win. 5 innings pitched of shutout ball, and Belcher will get the save. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Lanzendor will take the loss. 5 innings pitched, 7 earned runs. Giovanni Sanchez will be our player of the game.
Hepcats take down the Bears here 13-0. My goodness, the shutout. 14-3 on the hits column. Looks like RBIs 4 for Benz, 3 for Cruz, 2 for Wash with the Mustache and Caruso. 3 hit games for Slocum, Benz, and Cruz there in the middle bottom of the order here. Brew City Bears only get 3 hits on the day, 1 each from Tuttle, Sosa, and Batter. Salinger will take the loss for the Bears, going 4 innings, giving up 6 runs. Jack Brady with another stellar outing. Improves to 10-7 on the season. 8 innings of shutout ball. Brian Benz, your player of the game.
The Wheelers are going to best the Mounties. Final score of 14-2. An absolute thwomping. 3 for 6 day for Diamondo, getting 1 run and 1 RBI. 3 for 6 day for Hunt's Catsup as well. Otherwise, we got a lot of 2-hit performances on their side, and a lot of 2-hit performances in Kingston as well. Big hitting day all around, I guess. Kingston chews through its pitchers, but it's not like it needs to hold them for anything. The loss is still going to go to Master. 2.2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. Mac will take the win. 2.2 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. And our player of the game will be Will Fisher.
I didn't show the batting or the batting box score all that much, so I'm going to show that off here real quick.
Will Fisher, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run. And oh, yes, the 3-walk player of the game. It happened. The dream.
3-walk player of the game. 66ers will make history again, outdoing their previous season performance. San Bernardino goes to 78-30 on the season. They had 77 wins last year, breaking the record, and they broke it again now, 78-30 for the San Bernardino 66ers. What a couple of seasons that they've been having here. 12-1 over the Dillos is the final, out-hitting them 11-5. All about the offense for the 66ers here. 3 RBIs from Bongo Luongo and Rembeverwinkle, 2 each for Miles Ahead and Vanderbilt. On the side of Amarillo, 2-hit game and 1 RBI game for Spock, who is the only one to get either of those. Freddie Huff with their 12th loss of the season for the Dillos, and Robert Grimes with a complete game, improving to 17-2. What a season for Robert Grimes. 1 run over 9 innings. He's the player of the game. Well done,
Congratulations. Good job, San Bernardino. Please stop. Looks like we're going to have the State College Swift Steeds take down the Lemurs. Final score of 8-6. Got a heck of a day coming from English, going 4 for 5, 3 RBIs and 1 run. State College, on the other hand, no enormous standout performance, just a lot of solid hitting overall. It looks like Blamo is going to go 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 4 RBIs. No home runs for them, it looks like. Fairly high scoring without going yard. Perry's going to get the win. 1.1 innings of shutout ball. Hosh Jader will take the hold, and Laurels will take the save. Julian will take the loss. 1.2 innings, 3 earned runs. Not what you want to see. And Xander English, with his 4-hit performance, will in fact take player of the game.
That will do it for the Miners. Taking a look at the standings here, the Dynamos have clinched the East, but I'm told that that doesn't matter for bye reasons, but it does mean
Right.
for seedings. Looks like this was the last day of the season, so the Dynamos will take the second overall seed, however, with the Hepcats taking third, and then the Dillos Kingpins. Don't know how the tiebreaks work between those two, but one of those will be fourth, the other will be fifth, and the Anchorage Wheelers will be the sixth seed.
Well, I don't imagine the tiebreaker matters. When the I'm assuming the Dillos and the Kingpins will just play against each other first round. Right?
Yes, I think so, yeah. Because first and second would get a bye, yes. The 66ers and Dynamos would get the byes. And then Dillos Kingpins play each other, and then Hepcats Wheelers will play each other. I believe. Someone in chat correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Hama said that they will.
Okay, perfect. So that will be the minor season. The major season still has
one game left.
One more day, yeah. And it will decide who gets that first round bye between the Stars, Scorpions, and Sloths. I don't know how the Sloths tiebreak would factor into this if they won and both these guys lost.
I don't know about Sloths and Scorpions, but I think Sloths and Stars were tied earlier tonight, and Sloths were ahead. So I think whatever the tiebreak they have. I think Sloths have an edge over Stars at least.
Gotcha. I got a ping in Discord, and I thought it was SimCord, but it was something else. All right, so let's going back to the scores here. Go ahead and autoplay till tomorrow because we've got all our games done. Regular season has ended for the Miners. There should be no games here. We're not going to sim past this day, but we will quick sim the games today. We'll go one at a time. We'll leave the Scorpion, Stars, and Sloths for last. So
maximum drama.
Exactly. We'll start off with the Voyagers Foxes, which ends up in a 3-2 win for the Voyagers, out hitting the Foxes 7-6. Let's see here. 1 RBI for Valor on the side of Kashima. On the side of New York, 1 each for Iridian, Shu, and Swerve. And it's going to be Asuka Rune getting the win against their former team. 7 innings, quality start, 2 runs over 7 innings. Max Miller gets their 15th save. Ingram will take the loss for Kashima, falling to 3-6 on the season, and Atsuko Rune will be your player of the game against Rune's previous team.
Sarasota Supernovas are going to top the Providence Crabs 6-5. The bulk of their runs being scored in the third inning. 2 for 3 days for both Red Arrow and Bridget Westfall, each of them also getting 2 runs. On Providence's side, it looks like we have a 2 for 5 day by Dowd and a 2 for 3 day by Stein. For Sarasota, the win is going to go to Boo Boo Chungus, with Greg Maddox Jr. getting the blown save just before, and then Black getting the not blown save just after. Farias is going to get the loss on Providence with 1.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, but that 1 was all they needed. Bridget Westfall will be our player of the game.
We'll skip the Stars and the Scorpions and the Sloths game, and we'll head on into the Vandals Toros. And it's going to be the Vandals taking down the Toros here. I believe this was the rubber game. 13